does the ocean also like infatuate you a little bit?
100%. 100%. I seen somewhere, I don't know if it's true or not, where they say like NASA first, when they first started, they went to study the ocean instead, but then they said it was too dangerous, so they went to the sky, to space. But nah, I like the ocean, but I don't trust it.
Not the ocean. You want to go talk to aliens?
Oh, no. I don't trust either or, but I would definitely lean towards space.
Episode 1, Season 2, Into the Fire. It'll live in or on YouTube. Is it in or on? What's appropriate for YouTube?
I think in.
All up in the tubes for you. Just search Miami Heat. It's
in
there.
My screen.
And if you just like the audio, anywhere you find podcasts, Into the Fire, starring Amy Adelbert, the entire Miami Heat's audio experience team questioning players. Will start off with a very interesting conversation with Andrew Wiggins.
As you can tell, we're talking about aliens and oceans, so not basketball.
It all debuts tomorrow. Hope you enjoy the full season coming up. Let's talk about this second half, a historic second half. Yet again, it only takes another game to make it more historical. What did you like most about the runaway by the Miami Heat?
I like the third quarter to start, right? At first you're going, wow, this is a super special third quarter. The third quarter's been a little bit tough for the Miami Heat, but the last 3 games, like they've been coming out with a different type of intensity, it feels like anyways. And so you want to continue to stack and build that, not go back into that habit. And so you give these guys credit for whatever, if it's something in the locker room, they're coming out early, but they've been really ready to go. But I thought they started this second half tonight, like with a lot of great shots. They were putting them down, and it was kind of back and forth for a couple minutes, it felt like, but then Miami just turned the Jets on. You know, you can feel for Denver now that the game's over. They weren't playing super intensely, I would say, in stretches there in the second half, probably mentally a little bit in a different place. And now JV is a different player than Jokic. And so Miami really started attacking that. But I like that you build, like you said, 83 points in the second half against Indiana. That was a scoring record. How about the 84 consecutive games? Like this doesn't happen often. So they had 26 assists alone that did the Miami Heat in the second half. They made 29 shots. So you do the math. Like that's just the great way right there to play defense. 5 double-digit scores in the second half for the Miami Heat.
That three-point shooting fired up in the second half. The Heat only hit 6 of 21, 29% in the first half, and then 64% running away. Norman Powell was a part of it. Let's listen in.
Norman, it almost seems like this is a classic case of a team lost its mojo and then found its mojo again. So can you explain how you guys found your mojo again?
I mean, it's just the highs and lows, you know. It's a long season. It's 82 games. You know, I've been in this 11 years, you know. Every team I've been on goes through it, you know, where you just, you're battling, you're fighting, you have some injuries, you're trying to figure it out. You know, some close battles, but, you know, they don't go your way. You know, it's part of the season, you know, but I love this team in the way we have our mentality tied together and trying to figure it out, going through the tough times together, talking, communicating, just trying to get back on the right court and get these wins. And I think we figured it out, and just the play style and the mentality and approach that we have to have on a nightly basis. We can't get bored with the process and going out there and competing every single night.
Spo was just in here saying that the slower you guys play, the more average you guys become. How much has pace continued to be an emphasis as you guys have looked to get back on track, and how much of that is a must kind of moving forward? I
think it's been a huge emphasis just since training camp, you know, and obviously when you're down a couple bodies, it's kind of hard to keep that pace up. But that's the style that we want to continue to play with. I think it rises everybody's skill set and potential with this offense and how we want to play every single night. Makes misses, getting out in transition, hunting for easy look, quick attacks when the defense isn't set up. Man, it complements everybody's skill set, and I think you can see that when we do reach those numbers, and we are getting stops, we are flying around, we are being active, we are holding each other accountable on both sides of the ball, and making sure we're getting the best looks possible, making sure that we're the most physical team on the defensive end, and it showed tonight, and we just got to continue to work through those lulls in the game as it goes through its ebbs and flows, its runs. We know we're playing against the best basketball players in the world, so the opposing team's going to go on runs, but as long as we continue to hold on to the rope and fight together, we're going to give ourselves the best opportunity to win.
Obviously the starters played well, but the bench, especially with Jaime and Nico, and even when Bella was there and Drew, can you just kind of talk about the impact that they've had?
Huge, those guys coming in, and providing that spark, I've been in that position before, and, I've always talked to them about, reading the game and seeing how you can put your imprint on it and what the game needs. If the starters are coming out, and playing really well, we have great energy and juice, come in and see how you can, keep that fire going. We're coming out and, we're a little sluggish or, we're not, getting to the things that we need to get to. How can you come in and provide that spark, and correct that, and then put the pressure on us to come back out there and make sure we keep up with what they're doing. And they've done a great job all year with providing that, reading the game, coming in and putting their imprint, not only offensively but defensively. And I think that's what's leading to them being able to put their imprint on the game on the offensive side of the ball. But hats off to them every single game. We don't know how many minutes they're going to get, what their shot profile is going to look like, but, that intent, to be tied in and flying around no matter what's going on the offensive end they've had, and it's been great for us.
To that point, you were just hyping up Nico in the locker room. How different do things look when he's playing at that level and being aggressive and confident playing that way?
We're a totally different team. When he's aggressive, when he's assertive on the offensive end, and assertive on the defensive end as well. His versatility. I'm always on him like you're 6'10". You know what I'm saying? Play like you're 6'10". And when he does that and he doesn't hesitate, he's a totally different basketball player, and we need that from him. We need that aggressiveness because his skill set is so unique. Being able to handle the ball, push the pace, get down into the paint, find guys, shoot the three. He's just so versatile, even on the defensive end. His height, his length, being able to be disrupted. He's playing the 5 right now, and that's really big. It gives us another dynamic because he's a stretch 5. So now pick pop, they close out. He can drive, he can shoot. It's really big for us. So we're a totally different team when he's locked in and aggressive.
Staying on Nico for a second, he was also just saying in the locker room that over the last couple of weeks, he kind of had a mental reset, and he was saying that he's looking at this not just as a job and not just as a hobby, but as a job. Have you noticed anything different in his approach to the work in general?
Yeah, he's more, I don't want to say this in a bad way, but he's like more serious in terms of being locked in, and what he needs to do, his job every single night, making sure that he's limiting his mistakes. And even if he does have mistakes, getting over it really quickly and not letting it linger, and not letting it compound into 2, 3, 4 mistakes. He made a mistake, adjust, and continue to attack the game. And I think he's done a great job since being back. I've always joked with him, like, leave that other Nico in the past. Like pre-injury Nico, we don't want that. We want this Nico now. So, I'm really glad that he's turned the corner, and it's a long season. There's going to be ebbs and flows, but you got a coaching staff, you got a team that really believes in what he can bring to the table and the potential that he has as a player. But it's all on him. He has to put the work in. He has to be committed. He has to be locked in and focused. And when he does that, the sky's the limit for that kid.
Remember, obviously, Jaime career high in assists, 11 of them, and it's 30 some odd games, but he seems like 6th man of the year. People talk about him. Mm-hmm. Just what's your thoughts on that? And again, just the impact that he has.
Huge impact. What he's able to do, putting pressure on the rim, getting into the paint, collapsing defenses, taking on mismatches, getting in there, getting to his mid post, his jump hooks, his turnaround fades, but then also defensively, the big body battling, bigger size guys than him, and putting his nose in there and putting his imprint on that way. He's definitely should be, in the category for, 6th man of the year. He's been doing a great job all year, and putting his imprint on the game and helping us win close games, or helping us open up some games with his play style and the force and his downhill attacks that he comes with every single night.
Thanks, Noah. Next game coming your way in Detroit. I already checked the weather. We're going to get some snow. We're going to get some weather. Some temperatures that are low, but the bottom line is this: Detroit's coming in off this 5-game trip out west. They started off awesome, won the first 3. Clippers got them, and now they still have the Lakers tomorrow before meeting us in Detroit.
Yeah, that man on your screen is absolutely incredible. I'll say that. Watching him against the Clippers, he didn't score in the first half, and he still finished with almost 30 points and took the Clippers to the brink. But one at a time, this is a very tough schedule. It's physical, right? Detroit, and then you come back home for a back-to-back against Minnesota, and Zion's back with New Orleans. So Pack some extra ice bags. That's what I always say when you go to Detroit. You can just go right outside, and if there's a Zamboni around, that's always very good ice to put into the bags and twist them and suck the air out, and it's just perfect.
That's a high level of knowledge you have about the Zamboni. You could just have an embankment of snow and boom.
It's there, waiting for you.
Right there. We're ready.
Yeah.
How about this win here, though? Once again, the final score, the Heat victorious 147-122. 3 in a row for your squad. This has been a presentation of FanDuel Sports Network, your exclusive home for Miami Heat basketball. For Amy Adelbert, Ron Rothstein, Jeremy Taché, and the entire Miami Heat broadcast team, I am Jason Jackson. Thanks for watching. Good night, Heat Nation, and Happy New Year.